is returning to the country after nearly 17 years in self-imposed exile. Images of him departing for Dhaka from London's Heathrow Airport with his wife and daughter have gone viral on social media. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party in fact, has also gathered to welcome him, and his return from London also comes as his BNP is on the ascent following the ouster of the arch foe, the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, in a student-led uprising last year. Apart from the brief transition in the administrations, Khaleda Zia and Sheikh Hasina have alternated in power since 1991. Rajesh and Rishabh are joining us live on the broadcast with the details. And Rishabh, what does this mean for Bangladesh? You know, we've discussed about the kind of welcome that was given to him with thousands of supporters of the BNP. This was also a lot about political messaging. His return comes at a time when there is a lot of political turmoil in Bangladesh. Elections are also due here. But the visuals that we saw of huge massive rallies of the BNP in his welcome in Bangladesh, what does it indicate? What does it mean for Bangladesh?
Well, Pratibha, one thing which is very clear, both BNP and Awami League have their legacy vote bank, legacy supporter base in Bangladesh. In last 15-17 years, when Sheikh Hasina was in power till 5th August 2024, the BNP workers, BNP supporters were underground, or for that matter, they were not active and they were not seen actively in political space. Now that Sheikh Hasina is not in Bangladesh, Tarique Rahman is returning, we saw that support base coming to streets. And in absence of Awami League contesting the next election, if that happens in February, BNP becomes the most prominent political party in Bangladesh. And Tariq Rahman becomes the most prominent political figure of the party because his mother, Khaleda Zia, is not doing well. She is in hospital, and hence Tariq Rahman is being seen as the natural heir of BNP, as the leader who could be the next Prime Minister of Bangladesh as well. This is what many suggest, but this all depends whether the elections take place or not. Having said that, what does this signify? With the return of Tariq Rahman, we have the next gen of BNP on ground.
Okay.
And it's not just that. We are looking at the 3-day itinerary of, BNP leader. Apart from meeting his mother or going to his father's grave, he's also visiting Hadi's grave in Dhaka University. That showcases that BNP wants to tap on that sentiment as well. Remains to be seen how things unfold. But for now, Tariq Rahman has returned to Bangladesh after 17 years. With him returns a huge hope for BNP. Whether supporters will support and votes will come their way or not, that all depends if the election happens.
All right, stay with us just a moment. We have Major General A.K. Sivach also on the broadcast with us. And Major General, how do you view this return of Tariq Rahman? It's been several decades. He has not been in the country, but Bangladesh is also facing a lot of political turmoil. His return at a time like this, BNP supporters going out in huge numbers to welcome him. What does this indicate?
One thing is very certain, that Tariq Rahman, once he has come back, there is a lot of hope for the people. Because as of today, the situation is quite precarious in Bangladesh. There is no law and order. Radical elements are ruling the roost. It is either the Jamaat-e-Islami or Ansar Islam and Bangladesh Mujahideen, and backed by the ISI. So the situation has become very, very critical. Now the election has been declared that it will take place on 12th February. If the election takes place, the chances of BNP in coming in power are very high. And in that case, Tariq Rahman is the one who is likely to lead the party and possibly become a prime minister. Because as it is, that Awami League is being banned, so the chances of BNP coming into power are high. However, what's happening is that Muhammad Yunus does not want that. He wants to prolong his stay. And hence, if you see it, that this violence has been created by Jamaat-e-Islami with the help of ISI. Usman Hadi, which has been killed, is not been killed by anyone else. It has been orchestrated and killed by ISI because to create anarchy in Bangladesh so that the elections can be postponed. But all said and done, as on today, when Tariq Rahman has come in Bangladesh, there is a hope. And India will always like a political party taking over, proper election taking place, though we will like an inclusive election wherein even Awami League has been allowed to participate. But all said and done, with 20 lakh people coming and trying to greet Tariq Rahman, one feels that yes, he seemingly looks to be a very popular leader, and the chances of BNP coming in power are high.
Okay, all right. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Foreign affairs expert Alok Bansal is also with us on the broadcast. And Mr. Bansal, there are indications that if elections are to be held, whether it's fair or not is under question. But if it does happen, then the BNP could sweep. At a time like that, Tariq Rahman returning to the country, there is some symbolism also visiting Hadi's grave. How do you look at these developments in Bangladesh?
It should be very clear that in the absence of Awami League, there is no doubt that BNP is the only organized party which has its presence in every nook and corner of Bangladesh. If at all there are elections which are widely participated, BNP in the absence of Awami League will sweep the polls. Tariq will have certain cases pending against him, and that's why he was delaying his positions. At the moment in Bangladesh, you have forces which do not have popular support but are controlling the levers of power. And they do not want that popular politicians should come back. And these are the so-called student leaders and Jamaat who know that they can never win an election. So they don't want elections. So they have been trying to delay elections earlier under some garb or the other. And now they want to create disturbances so that elections do not take place. They are definitely upset with the return of BNP because unlike other political parties which have been barred, like not only Awami League, even Jatiya Party, JSD, a lot of parties have been barred from elections. BNP is one party which they'll find it very difficult to bar because it was the main opposition party. So BNP will have to participate, and if BNP participates, none of them stand a chance. So these people who are looking at staring at a route in an elections basically want to delay the elections and are protesting against Tariq's return because they realize that if the political activity returns, the organized political parties will capture power, and that they don't want. That's where the problem is.
Okay, all right. Thank you for joining us. Mr. KP Fabian is also with us. And, looking at the developments in Bangladesh, it's a 3-day visit, but the political symbolism behind it, is there a possibility that we could also see Tariq Rahman, perhaps the BNP also wanting to showcase him as a prime ministerial candidate? How do you see it proceed from here?
Well, Tariq Rahman, he's 60 years now. He had self-exiled himself about 17 years ago. That is because in Bangladesh, after 1991, when the military rule ended, a system got formed with two family dynasties. One, Sheikh Hasina, whose dad, as you know, was assassinated, father of the nation, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. The other, Khaleda Zia, whose husband, General Ziaur Rahman, later president, was assassinated in 1981. Now, these two have alternated in power, with Hasina having had power for longer, 15 years. Now, as the earlier pointed out, in the absence of Awami League, it is almost certain that BNP will get either majority or will be the single largest party. And Khaleda Zia is very ill, seriously ill, and therefore her son is claiming to succeed. He is very likely to succeed. Now, as regards the violence, it was said by the previous speaker that that violence is perpetrated by people who do not want the election to take place, people who think that they might lose the election. Well, that is partly correct. But basically, what you have to understand is that there is violence in Bangladesh because the government is not able to maintain law and order.
Yes.
And the violence takes place for various reasons, not only for preventing an election.
Okay, all right. Thank you for joining us. We also have my colleague Rajesh Saha with us on the broadcast. And Rajesh, not sure if it will be far-fetched at the moment, but with Tarique Rahman returning to Bangladesh, on the changes that can be expected in Bangladesh, considering the elections could take place in just 2 months from now, and also the India question on what it could mean for India.
Exactly, Tariq Rahman, the eldest son of former Bangladeshi Prime Minister Khaleda Zia, and currently he's the acting chairperson of BNP. Right now, he's on the way to a public meeting. He will be addressing the mob. He will be addressing the public gathering in a place in Dhaka city, which is the capital of Bangladesh, and lakhs of people have gathered over at the public meeting venue to hear Tariq Rahman, because he has returned Bangladesh after 17 years, after spending 17 years in London. Tariq Rahman departed from London's Heathrow Airport last night and landed at Bangladesh's Sylhet Airport in the morning, and after spending few times over there, Tariq Rahman again, his flight again took off from Sylhet Airport, and at around 11:40 a.m. in the morning, his flight landed at Dhaka's airport. And we have seen that after he came out from Dhaka airport, he took off his shoes and he stepped barefoot into his motherland to show respect for his motherland. And after that, he was welcomed by thousands of BNP workers. And security arrangements were also made by UNIS government, for which BNP acting chairperson spoke to the interim chief, Dr. Mohammed Yunus, over phone, and he thanked Dr. Mohammed Yunus, who is the over phone, for the all tightened security and every arrangements which are being made by the government, by the Indian government, for the security of BNP acting chairperson Tariq Rahman.
Okay, all right. Thank you for joining us with those details. Let's see how this plays out. We are shifting our attention now